Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here.
Okay, we got a package from Soul Dips. This is the new collection. Soul Dips did reach out to me. I am not an ambassador or anything like that, but they did reach out and ask if I would be willing to do some manis with these colors. And of course I said yes, because, well, I love Soul Dips. So, oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say or think right now. And I really need to. So it's the Feel Good Energy Collection. I do not know exactly how many colors are in the completed collection, but I will get that information. But as you can see, there's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 colors here. Holy moly. So let's just go through them really quick. It's easier to take them out of the package and show them off. My gosh, I'm literally over here with my jaw dropped. Like, beautiful packaging, beautiful product. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but holy moly. I do know that I need to swatch all of these. So let's, oh my gosh. We got High Spirits. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm not going to open these right now because I do want to swatch these for you guys. So for now, I'm just going to kind of show them. Loving Presence. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've got Bright Aura. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but shimmers are my favorite dip, period. Always will be. I love flakies. I do love glitters. I love solids. I love thermals. I love everything. But shimmers hold a special place in my heart. And protect your energy. I did not protect my energy today. I went grocery shopping. My energy was very unprotected. Make it worth it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm obsessed and cannot wait to use this. Inner Sunshine. Yeah, I can already tell this is going to be gorgeous. Relaxation. Beautiful, like peachy orange color. Definitely more peachy. We've got Kindest Month. I love purple, so this is more of a lilac-y purple, and it's beautiful. We've got Vibrant. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. Laughter in the Air. Gorgeous. Happy Energy. Gorgeous. Yes, please. Give me that happy energy. That's so beautiful. The Simple Life. That is beautiful. I am going to have the hardest time figuring out what to do on my nails today. Sunny Afternoon. This is a yellow glow, and it is a beautiful yellow. I can already tell I'm going to love that color. I'm very particular about my yellows. I do not like the mustards, but that is beautiful. And then we have Optimistic, and that's a beautiful orange. I don't know what I'm going to do first, but I'm going to swatch these, and then we're going to do a mani. So I'll be right back.
Okay, so we're going to get into the swatches. If you want to skip this part and get straight to the mani, go to about 13 minutes, 14 seconds. If you want to watch this, then great. I am going to use gel liquids because it will go much faster. I'm going to kind of shorten how much, you're only going to see one swipe on the swatch stick, but obviously I do more than that. But just to quicken these up, I'm only going to do one swipe, and then I'm going to cure in between, and then I'll show off the color with a white background so you guys can really see it. And yeah, so I am going to, actually, before I do that, I did want to tell you guys, it looks like there's about 5 colors I didn't get, and I got 14, so There's about 19 colors in this collection, if I'm correct. I could be completely wrong, but I highly recommend checking out Soul Dips, checking out the whole collection. There's some really beautiful colors that I didn't get, and there is a ton of gorgeous colors. I mean, they're all beautiful. All of them, every single one. I have zero complaints about this collection. Thank you so much, Soul Dips, for reaching out to me and letting me be part of this collection and showing it off for you guys. I am so thrilled. I'm going to put some music on while we're doing the swatching, and then I will be back when we get into the mani. Okay, so this is all of the solids. Beautiful. I cannot wait. The gel liquids in the middle do kind of make them look a little bit uneven, so just ignore that. These are the shimmer flakies. The yellow is a straight shimmer. The other ones are like shimmer plus flakies. Beautiful. And these are all like chunky glitters. Um, Gorgeous. I cannot wait. These are the ones I'm going to use today. I did already do a mani on my right hand, but I ended up taking that off because I had some issues with the pictures and got frustrated. So I need to redo that mani. So ignore my right hand. It's not real. Speaking of my fingers, I told you guys in the last video that I was torn between press-ons and gel extensions, and I did neither. I actually, and okay, I accidentally started off with my right hand, or my ring finger on my hand, when I always start with my pinky. So I went to dip it in the orange. I was like, wait a minute, that's the wrong finger. I don't know. I really was not feeling good when I did this mani, and I'm still not feeling good. I have some kind of stomach bug. My stomach is very unhappy. It hurts, and I just feel really drained. So hopefully I can keep my energy up through this voiceover. But yeah, I did not feel good when I was doing this mani at all. Somehow I pulled it together, and I think that it ends up looking so good. Obviously, if you guys saw the thumbnail, you guys know what it ended up looking like, but I'm obsessed. Literally obsessed. But anyway, back to my nails. So I told you guys, press-ons or gel extensions. I was like really torn, and then I was thinking to myself, you know, I got all the stuff to do gel extensions, like a gel overlay extension. So I got the paper forms, I have the hard gel, and I was like, all right, let's just give it a shot. And I did, and I love it. I'm so happy. So my biggest problem when I do gel extensions is I really have a hard time shaping, especially my right hand. My right hand is my dominant hand, and usually the shaping just looks horrendous. Like I can't shape for crap on that hand. But it actually turned out super good. I do have a little bit that I need to go in and kind of fix that I noticed after I put, because when you have like a clear or even like a baby pink, light pink on, it's kind of hard to see some of the mistakes. But then when you put like a darker color over it, you're like, oh, no, 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 no. And that's kind of what happened with my right hand. So I do have a little bit that I want to go in and kind of clean up. But overall, I'm really happy. I did notice after I took pictures of this hand, the hand that I'm doing, that my pointer finger is just a little bit off on the left side. So it ends up looking crooked. It's not actually crooked. The shaping just needs cleaned up on the left side. Sorry. Yeah. One side of the nail. Whatever. Anyway, I'm so happy that I did these gel extensions. They are gel overlay extensions, I guess is what we'll call them, because I don't want to get them confused with like gel X extensions. So yeah, it was a lot of work. It was 2 days worth of work. The first day I was like, by the time I got done, I could not do any more. I was A, out of time, and B, I was exhausted. But they were still just, they did not have enough of an apex. They did not have enough of a stress point. They would have broken 100%. So I did wear them like grocery shopping, and I banged a couple of them like straight on, and it hurt, but they did not break. But I knew that if I kept them that way, they were going to break. So the next day I went back and I added another layer and a really good stress point apex, and so much better. Super happy that I went this route. Now I'm just hoping, because I really don't want to have to like redo these like once a week. My goal is to like keep them on and grow out my natural nails underneath. And then eventually at some point I will just be overlaying my natural nails. That's been my goal for years. Just never get there. But I finally have a good starting point and a good base, and I'm really happy with the shaping on all the nails. So that is the goal. All right, we're going to go in now with the second layer. I'm sorry, I yapped a lot about that, but I thought I would let you guys know what was going on with my natural nails. and they were all finally long enough to use the paper forms. My pinkies were I was a little bit worried about those, but they actually worked out just fine. In fact, they worked out better than some of the other fingers that were actually a little bit longer. So anyway, we're done talking about that. I will, when I have a fill, when I'm ready for a fill, which should be like 2 weeks plus, depending on how fast my nails grow, I guess we'll see. I can record that if you guys want. Just let me know in the comments. If you're not interested, then I'm not even going to worry about it. But if you do want to see a fill, and then maybe in the future, if I am doing this again, I will record it. I'm a little cautious to record stuff like that because I am a DIYer. I'm not a professional, and I probably do not do things like you're really supposed to. So I don't really like, for me, I don't like sharing videos of things that I'm doing improperly because I would hate for someone to do it the way that I do it and then something bad happens and then that's kind of on me. But that's why I always like full transparency. I am a DIYer. I learned all this stuff from watching other videos and from doing. None of this, I didn't go to school, so I am not a professional. Okay, we yapped enough about that. So let's get the second layer done. And then I am going to get a little 3D flower on. I finally did it. I've had this stuff forever, and I finally decided it was time. So I decided with this finger, I wanted to go in with a little bit of that flaky pink color that I have on my ring finger. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit, just a little bit over the entire nail, just to kind of give it some of that shimmer love. It's a shimmer, but it's also got flakies in it. It's really, 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 really pretty. So I'm not doing this anywhere in particular. It's not like just at the tip. I'm just going over the entire nail and giving it just a little bit of that, just to kind of make this nail pop a little bit. And then I'm going to go over with the orange just to fill in all those missing gaps. The sparkle does shine through. You will see it in the end. But I kind of wanted to just give it a little bit of a mix. I don't know if it was necessary, but I do love how it turned out, so I'm glad I did it. These colors went so perfectly together. I'm really glad that I picked these ones. Now I have to pick another one, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But I have so many to choose from. So my goal is to use, like, all the colors. At some point, all the colors need to go on my hands. So we're going to get that done. But probably not all in videos because I need to do other stuff as well. I have another package to open up in my next video. It is not PR. I bought it with my own money and I'm excited to show it off. It is gel, so I will probably be doing a lot of back and forth between gel and dip, but this is the first time I've done dip on my hands in a long time, and I love it. I miss doing dip on my hands versus on press-ons. So I'm really happy that I did. So now that we're pretty much done with both layers, I only do 2 layers on every single finger. I never do more than 2. We're going to go in with clear, and I'm going to do that off camera just to save some time. I am actually, before we do that, I forgot that I'm going to kind of do a little bit of an aura with the orange on the middle finger. So I waited till it was completely dry. And now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pat down some of that orange, and you can see it works perfectly. Did not need a matte top coat. I just go in and I get that orange on there and it is perfect. So I'm going to double dip all my fingers just to make sure they're super dry before I go in with the clear. And they're all pretty dry. I mean, this Azure Beauty Low Odor is probably the best thing I could have ever found. I do still love Color My World, but I haven't really been using it because the Azure Beauty Low Odor base is fantastic. The activator is fantastic. This is actually, this isn't the low odor. This is just a regular one. You can't get the low odor activator by itself, but I've never had a problem with activator, so activator doesn't bother me. I don't care. So yeah, these harden super, super quick. And the low odor is like the best thing I could have found because it's like the fastest drying low odors I've ever used, and I love that. So we're all hard. We got our clicky sound. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all, but we got our clicky sound. We filed and buffed off camera. Now I'm just cleaning all the dust and debris off with alcohol. And then we're going to go in and we're going to use this Macart, and it is a 4-in-1, and it's called Glux glue, I think is what it's called, or Glux gel, but it's basically a molding gel. So you can use it to make 3D stuff. And I've played with this a couple times. I will not lie. I am still very intimidated by making things, 3D things. But with this, I took a decent sized bead and I'm just going to roll it out so that I can try to separate it as even as possible. And I can get 5 little balls to make my flower petals. And it worked pretty good. One of them I did have to go in and take a little bit off because it was too big. You don't want to touch this stuff with your skin because, well, allergies, but I was having a really hard time, so I did touch it with my skin, but not recommended. Don't do that. You don't want allergies, don't touch it. I see a lot of people on shorts and stuff. Okay, not shorts, reels on Instagram. Blah. I know what I'm saying. I swear, you guys. Touching it with their natural hands. Oh my God. Okay. With their skin. And I'm like, oh, why are you doing that? I just would not recommend it. So I noticed that this ball is just a little big. So I do end up having to go in and cut a little piece off of that. I don't know if I show it. But right now I'm just going in and I'm getting all my balls made. That sounds really weird. This would honestly be 10 times easier if I had gloves on my other hand and I could rub them in between my fingers. But because I can't do that, I'm just trying to make them on this little palette. It does work out, but it just takes a little bit longer and it's a little bit harder to do. But then I got all my balls made. And I did cut that one piece. I took a little bit off of it off camera. But I'm going to kind of place them where I want them. This one was giving me some trouble. It kept falling off my little, what do you call this thing? Silicone tool. Get on there. I do have like the protein bond down to give it a little bit of a sticky layer, but it was still, it's really hard. This non-sticky stuff, it doesn't like to stick to stuff. But once you get it on, it's not going anywhere. Once you cure it, it's there. It's like on. It's like you couldn't get this off if you tried. There's absolutely no way. Thank God for peel base, because otherwise this would be a nightmare to file off. So I am just kind of going in with a silicone tool to like spread out my petals and make them actually look like petals. The only thing I regret not doing, I think the mani turns out great, but I wish I would have gone in the center with either some like little gold beads or like a little orange rhinestone, just something in the center of the flower. But honestly, I'll do that next time I do these, and I will absolutely, definitely do these again because they look so, it turned out so good. But yeah, that's the only thing I regret not doing. So now I'm going to, because it does, it has like a sticky adherence on it, even though it's a non-sticky, it still will pick up, like transfer the powder and stay on it. So I just went into that shimmery flaky dip just to give it a little bit of texture and a little bit of sparkle. It definitely worked. It did not show up like super great, maybe not as good as I was thinking it would, but it definitely worked. I do see a little bit of sparkle on that flower, so I'm happy with it. I am now going in with the protein bond on all the other fingers to give them a sticky layer so that when I put on the gel top coat, sorry, I'm not putting a gel base on. I don't wear these long enough to really warrant a gel base. If you're going for longevity, I would do a gel base probably over the protein bond, but maybe the protein bond in itself would be enough. I honestly don't know because I've never worn them long enough, But I have done it for like a week at a time, and I've never had any chipping, peeling, nothing like that. So at the very least, I would go in with a primer, a sticky primer, not a dehydrator, but a sticky primer, whether it be Young Nails Protein Bond or some other brand, before you do the gel base, or gel top coat, or just go in with a gel base before the gel top coat. But you need something for that gel top coat to adhere to, otherwise it is going to peel off. Okay, I got that out. Holy moly. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll be doing today because I was going to go fix my right hand up and do a set on my right hand, but I really don't feel very well. So I'm kind of, I don't know. I have kept up my energy in this video, so I'm proud of that. My words are not coming out right most of the time, but that's actually normal. That has nothing to do with not feeling good. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do today, but please send me good thoughts because I really want to feel better. My stomach really does hurt very bad. I wasn't able to eat much yesterday. And at this point, I can't see myself eating a lot today because I feel very icky. So we are on the last finger, and then I will show you guys how pretty these turned out, and we'll get some cuticle oil on. We'll also get some bag balm on because, well, I need to. All right, let's get this one cured for 60 seconds, and we are done. This is what we are looking like. Oh, I love them. I am going to put some bag balm on because, well, my hands have been through a lot in the last couple hours, so I'm going to just rehydrate them. Bag balm is my best friend. I have definitely said this in other videos, but like if I tear up my cuticles, which I do when I'm filing, and I put back and they look, I mean, like I've got blood coming out and they look wretched. I put bag balm on and I'm telling you guys by the next day, you cannot even tell. Minus maybe some little bit of red around my cuticles, which is pretty normal, especially when I do my cuticle prep. I always have red around there for a couple days. But bag balm, I will never stop using. And then of course bag balm does not smell good. Like let's just clear that up. Every time I use it, it reminds me of putting it on my kids when they were in diapers. Sorry, TMI. But it doesn't smell good. So I always go in with cuticle oil afterwards because again, cuticle oil is great, but also it smells really good most of the time. I've definitely smelled some awful ones. But I love this. So the cuticle oil obviously is not going to be linked because it's nails in a coffin and they're not open anymore. But bag balm, you can get these tubes of bag balm at Walmart. I'm not going to link it. It's bag balm. If you want it, you can definitely go find it at your local store for sure. So yeah, there we go. We are wrapped up. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really recommend this collection. It releases on the 18th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Soul Dips. Highly, highly, highly recommend. I will link Soul Dips in the description, but I can't link the collection because it is not available yet. But just mark it down in your alarm clock, your calendar, whatever. Go check out this collection when it releases. I did cut my finger there. I don't know what I did. But anyway, definitely check these out. They are beautiful, beautiful colors. And while you're there, check out Soul Dip's other stuff. I know that she just recently released some really pretty like rubber base gels. So check those out if you're interested in rubber base gel. And definitely check out this new collection and other collections and other dips. Gorgeous dips. Highly recommend this company. I have honestly nothing but good things to say about them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.